Hi, my name is Dana, and I will talk about One Direction. This often shortened to 1D, are an Irish pop boy band formed in London, England in 2010. The group are composed of Niall Horan, Liam Payne, Harry Styles, and Louis Tomlinson. Zayn Malik left the group in March 2015. One Direction's five albums Up All Night, Take Me Home, Midnight Memories, For and Made in the AM top charts in several countries and generate hit singles including What Makes You Beautiful. This is the first number one on the UK single chart and the highest debut for a British act on the US Billboard Hot 100 since 1998. Livably young, best song ever, story of my life, and Drag Me Down. After their release of four, One Direction became the first band in the US Billboard 200 history to have their first four albums debut at the number one. Their third album, Midnight Memories, was the best-selling album worldwide of the 2013. Thank you.
The Alan Parsons Project was an English progressive rock group formed in 1975 in London and active until 1999. The band was fronted by producer, engineer, songwriter Alan Parsons and executive producer, songwriter, vocalist Erin Wolf Wilson. Alan Parsons met Erin Wolf Wilson at Abbey Road Studios in 1974. Parsons had officially as assistant engineer on the Beatles' albums Abbey Road (1979) and Let It Be (1970), and had recently worked as sound engineer on the album The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Wolfson, musician and composer, at the time was working as a session pianist and was working on a concept album based on the literary work of Edgar Allan Poe. Following the success on their first album, and the band signed a contract with Arist Records in the late 1970s and early 1980s, the group's popularity continued to grow, enjoying forever popularity in the United States, Latin America, and continental Europe without much relevance in the United Kingdom. Singles I Would Want to Be Like to You, These People Play, Temple If I Do, Time, Here Singles sung by Wolfson, and Eye in the Sky had a notable impact in the Billboard Hot and 100 list.
Hello, my name is Jose, and I'm going to talk about Led Zeppelin. Originally named The New Jaybird, Led Zeppelin signed a deal with Atlantic Records that gave them considerable artistic freedom. Led Zeppelin were an English rock band formed in London in 1968. The group consisted of vocalist Robert Plant, guitarist Jimmy Page, bassist and keyboardist John Paul, and drummer John Bonham. With a heavy guitar-driven sound, they are cited as one of the progenitors of hard rock and heavy metal.
Hi, my name is Eliseo, and I'm going to talk about Elton John. Sir Elton Hercules John, born Reginald Kenneth Dwight, 25 March in 1947, is an English singer, pianist, and composer. John has led a commercially successful career as a solo artist since the 70s, having released 31 albums since 1969. Raised in Pinner, John learned to play piano at an early age, and by 1962 had formed Bluesology, a blues band he was a member of until 1967. He met his longtime musical partner Taupin in 1967, after they both answered an advert for songwriters. For 2 years, they wrote songs for other artists, and Young worked as a session musician for artists. In 1969, John released his debut album Empty Sky. In 1970, he formed the Elton John Band and released his first hit single, Your Song, which became his first top 10 in both the UK and the US. John's critical success was at its peak in the 70s, when he released a streak of chart-topping albums in the US and UK, which began with Honky Tonk in 1972 and culminated with Rock of the Westies in 1975. He has also had success in musical films and theater, composing music for The Lion King and its stage adaptation, Ida and the Billy Elliot the Musical. In 2018, John began his ongoing farewell tour, Farewell Yellow Brick Road, which will conclude in 2023.
Edward Christopher Sheeran, better known as Ed Sheeran, is a British musician and a singer. At a young age, he began singing in the church he attended and also learning to play the guitar. At the age of 16, he dropped of the high school and moved to London to pursue an artist career. After releasing and independently in early 2011, he caught the attention of Elton John, who put him in touch with the Asylum Records label and signed a record deal. In September 2011, he released his debut album, which was a commercial and successful UK music record chart. Awards. In 2012, Sheeran won the British Breakthrough Artist and the British Male Soloist Award and the Brit Awards. He opened for Taylor Swift when he toured for several months in the 2013 and in 2014. Was nominated for the Best New Artist and the Grammy Award.
Hi, I'm Jorge Ricaño with license 1986725, and I'm going to tell you about one of the most famous bands in the history, the Beatles. The Beatles was a British rock band formed in Liverpool during the 1960s, consisting of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, from 1962 until they break up in 1917. It's considered one of the most influential bands of all time, being a fundamental part in the development of the countercultural movement of the 1960s and the recognition of popular music as an art form. The Beatles' history. The band was created between Lennon and McCartney. Later, George Harrison joined in 1958, and the band was called the Quarrymen. In 1962, he joined the band Ringo Starr. This is when the Beatles was born. At the end of 1962, they released their first single called Love Me Do. The rest is history. The Beatles members. In 1917, the band disbanded, and each of its four members went on the successful solo careers. Sadly, Lennon will be assassinated by Mark David Chapman outside his New York home in 1918. In turns, George Harrison will die of cancer in 2001. And if we talk about McCartney and Starr, they are currently continuing with their successful musical career.
Queen is a British rock band formed in 1970 in London by the singer and pianist Freddie Mercury, guitarist Brian May, and the drummer Roger Taylor. The bassist John Deacon joined the group a year later to complete the classic lineup. After Mercury's death in 1991 and the Deacon retirement in 1997, the remaining members, Brian May and Roger Taylor, continue to work under the name Queen, so the band is still active.